So, in this world of fitness and everything that is related to it, people always tell you what you should be eating and when you should be eating it, how do you should be dealing with your nutrition. Even though that's great, not everybody gives you the honest advice. All of us think, like starve yourself to death for you to get gains. But I got a few tips that have worked with me and my clients so well that are going to help you to go from here to here based on my personal experience. Let's not waste more time and let's jump right into it. Welcome again to our channel Rhythms of Fitness, where we talk about fitness for the average, quote unquote, the normal person, the normal human being. The tips in this channel, are just as effective for people like you and I, or, people on the 2 million realm, X, Y, and Z. Before we get there, I'm not going to tell you about macros, micros, everything that ends with crows, because that's a whole different certification. And there's a scope of practice that tells you that you shouldn't. People could get you in trouble pretty much, and I don't want to get there. I'm just going to give you the advice I'm allowed to give my clients under my certification and, resources that anybody can have access. All right, let's start. Number one, do not eat your emotions away. That is the one thing that the common person struggles with, is controlling their emotions, especially when they're related to food. Think about it. When we celebrate, we eat. When some people feel sad, they eat. When people feel depressed, some of them eat. When people feel anxious, they eat. And when they're bored, people eat. The one problem here is that we train our brains to think or to adapt to this behavior. So every time you feel happy and you make an ice cream run and you make that run for that ice cream shop in the corner, it adds up if you do it every day. Feels if you feel sad and your safety comfort food is a burger, and fries, and if you're sad 4 days out of the week, that catches on pretty quick. And people, especially, this happened to me a lot. If you don't have anything to do and you're totally bored of your mind, what do most people do? Don't lie to me. People go to the fridge, open the fridge. Some people actually take something out of the fridge and eat. And some people would just be like, you know what, there's nothing in the fridge. I'm gonna go out and eat outside. The number one advice I tell my clients is control your emotions, especially if you're relating them to food. Number two, create or start a food log. What I mean by that, there's even apps now that help you keep track of your food intake. The one that I always recommend to my clients is MyFitnessPal. You can record, what I have for breakfast, what I have for lunch, and what I have for dinner. If I had a snack, all the fun stuff. This app tells you the calories that you've been consuming, how many calories you got remaining based on your diet and your goals. But even if you don't use this app, just keep in mind, send a text to yourself, to your best friend, and anybody you can trust. Like, hey, I had a burger in the morning. Hey, that sounds bad. I woke up at 2 in the morning and I had a cupcake. Things like that. And then at the end of the week, go back and think, why did I had this kind of food? What made me eat this kind of food? Was it because I was in a rush? Was it because this will help you plan better and think ahead of time? Be like, hey, on Tuesdays I usually go out with my friends and eat, and the choices that I make are not the best. Once you see it on paper, once you see the damage you might have caused, your mentality changes and you start making, small adjustments to these things. Number three, avoid extremes. And what do I mean by that? There's people that go on either end of the spectrum. Some people are like zero carbs, and some people go extra carbs. Some people go on the no meat at all, and some people go on the carnivore diet. If you think about it, all of us need all kinds of nutrients, enzymes, carbs. We need everything. We need the whole deal. Unless you're dealing with a very specific situation, then you should consult with your nutritionist. Let's just skip out of there. But for the average person, you need some carbs in your life. You need some sugars in your life. You need some salt in your life. You need some fruits. You need some vegetables. You definitely need protein. You definitely need everything that people online tell you not to eat. There's all kinds of people out there giving very general piece of advice for very specific cases. And what it does is like you think that you need extra carbs or less carbs, And probably that's not what your specific case requires. In my opinion, what has worked for me is like avoid extremes. Don't go to the too much end and do go to so little extreme. Number four, and this is kind of related to it, is clean your gut. I'm not talking about doing a laxative. If you want to, you can, but there are ways for you to clean up your gut naturally. Number one, eat veggies. If you're not eating veggies and all you're eating is not a veggie, a few veggies in your meals will not hurt at all. Number two, the all good old fashioned fiber. Fiber will help you, get some bowel movements. Also, avoid the extra fatty foods. In my personal case, there's chorizo. That's my best friend of me because I like how it tastes, but the damage it does to my stomach, I can't not evacuate for 2 3 days. And if I do, I struggle a lot. So what I do, I eat it in a smaller portion, or I just don't eat it, or I eat it in the same dish with a whole bunch of veggies, or I eat vegetables the next meal. I eat a salad at least once a week. These things will help you clean up your gut because a lot of us don't have extra calories store because a lot of us it's not just about the extra calories that we have some bowel movements that are efficient. If you watch a video from the Health Institute of Health, people think you can even have up to 20 pounds of poop in your gut. So once those are out, that's why people get amazed when they first start cleaning their gut. They're like, hey, I lost 10 pounds and I didn't even do anything. Yes, you did something different. You gave your stomach a chance to catch up. You gave your GI a chance to catch up with all the demand. Next, work with your budget. And what do I mean by that? A lot of influencers tell you out there like, hey, buy this subscription meal. Hey, buy this and that. And many of us start spending a big amount of money on things we shouldn't probably be spending money on. What I tell my clients is like, hey, what's your budget? What's your budget? What can you work with? I'm not telling you to go to the store, get that super organic chicken or product that you need for yourself. It's like, hey, go do an Aldi run and you can find cheap stuff, good stuff, and stuff that it tastes is really good actually. It's not about how much money you spend, it's how you spend it. Because I can guarantee you that many of these websites, many of these subscriptions sell you the highest value price for stuff that it probably didn't cost that much. Stuff that you can find in your local grocery store, and you will save yourself a lot of money, or at least not spend too much money on things that you shouldn't. Because honestly, who likes to spend money? Everybody wants to be extra careful with their money. You don't really have to go out of your budget and get yourself into more debt for you to get gain. And last one, but the most important piece of advice that I give my clients when it comes to nutrition is just live your life, man. Here's one thing, and this is how I see things. I'm 100% up for fitness. I want to be out there and look my best. I want to be the strongest that I can, the best version of myself out there. At the same time, I wouldn't like to miss a moment. For example, if there's a birthday party, I prepare beforehand so I can eat normal. Because I don't want to be the person that's like, you know what, I don't like a burger because it has too many calories. It's bringing balance to your life. Because to be honest, there's going to be a point in time where your metabolism is just going to say, you know what, we had a great run. It was good while it last. It's just going to happen like this. And you don't want to be the person that has to miss the special parts. The person that doesn't get invited to the birthday parties, the person that doesn't get invited to the weddings. I have a wedding coming up in 2 weeks, so I'll do extra running so I can do some extra eating, and enjoy the moment and cherish the moment with the people that you love. That is the biggest piece of advice that I can give you as far as nutrition. Take care of everything else, but also enjoy the moment. Be yourself. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends, because we never know when's the last time we can actually do that. And that was it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for the support you're showing me. People keep subscribing to this channel, and I don't know why, because I'm ugly and I'm just a normal, but I'm so glad some people are joining this community. If you have any other piece of advice that I forgot, that I might have missed, drop it here in the comments below. You will bless me a lot if you give me a like, and if you share this video. And even if you don't share it, you will still bless me a lot because you made it this far. Thank you for your support. See you later.